Alright team, welcome to the video. We're about to jump straight into it. But first of all, you must remember that it's mandatory to wear an item of Christmas clothing either on your head or on your face for the 12 days of Christmas, starting from the 25th, well I started a bit early, all the way up for the 12 days. And you can't take it off when you're sleeping, eating and even showering. Alright, you gotta do it. Thanks for coming back if you've returned. If it's your first time, make sure you ba-boom. If you want to learn about health, nutrition, fitness, especially over the crimbo period, and if you want to get in shape for the new year, then I'm an online coach and do nutrition plans and stuff. So if you want to get in touch about that, then that'd be awesome. Anyway, let's get straight into this workout. This was a tough one. And we are starting the workout in 3, 2, 1, boom! Let's go. It's going to be interesting to compare myself, Sam Briggs, and Christian's form with the muscle up, because we all have a standard general technique, but slight differences in how we're using it. Well, as you can see here, Samantha Briggs completes at least 5 muscle ups to my 3 or 4, and obviously that just gets slower and slower, and she does it all completely unbroken. The way that you're seeing Samantha Briggs do her muscle up, at the top of the movement, basically, she doesn't have to bend her arms at all, whereas you can see with me, I have to bend my arms a lot, and that's just because of a lack of strength and practice, which I'm going to do more bar muscle ups within my training, as well as ring muscle ups to get really efficient at them. But because she's got the technique so good and her strength is at a point where she's able to kip well so she can get her body nice and high over the bar, that means she can save her shoulders and her triceps and string more repetitions in a row, where I have to use a lot of thrust and hip momentum to be able to get myself over the bar. And with my attempt, I think I did a set of 10. Then I managed to get, I think it was like a set of 5, then maybe 3-2, then a 3-2, and then a 5 again, I believe. But I don't know how on earth she managed to do 30 in a row. And the aim, see, the 28th, 29th and 30th rep for her, I think, is when she did the arm bend. And the video cuts off very quickly. So she managed to do her muscle ups in a time of about 1 minute and 22, which is insane. And I had to take, well, you're going to see, a little bit longer than that. So you see with Sam Briggs, she has quite a large upper body movement on the way through the movement at the bottom. So what I'm meaning is that, as you're going to see right here, is the aim when you get to the bottom of the movement is to bring your shoulders forward and keep your legs back. So you're trying to create an inverted C-shaped movement. And then as you come back, you're putting the bar, pushing it back, then pulling it towards your hips, and then trying to head a football over the bar. Well, that's what I'm thinking about. Sam Briggs does it very quickly. Her transitions are really efficient. Whereas with mine, especially as I start to fatigue and do failed reps, I'm hoping next time I do it, I don't get any failed repetitions. So that will certainly help me go quicker. But I believe when I was doing it, I was trying to pull the bar towards my hips a tad too early, which meant that as I pulled, it came towards kind of like the bottom of my sternum, chest, and then trying to head the football over the bar just meant that I wasn't getting there. And I'm trying to get better at not pulling the bar towards my hips too early and getting as much tension in my lats before getting right over the bar. But I have certainly found with adding in gymnastics to my routine, as well as doing Olympic lifting and keeping in the bodybuilding work and doing the handstand push-ups and stuff, it's certainly helped with bicep, shoulder and forearm development. So I'd certainly recommend you guys try and include it in your training if you've never done it before. It's a more explosive technique, so it's going to provide that little bit more risk, but as you get your body stronger, you'll definitely adapt. But if you're not used to doing any kind of bar work yet, definitely get strong at the strict stuff. So pull-ups, strict dips, strict overhead presses, get strong at them, so you've really got a good foundation of muscle that's going to help protect your joints. And I still do it alongside this training now, and I've not had injuries for a very long time now. I mean, I get sometimes a little bit of knee pain, but that's just I've got slight discrepancy in my hips. As you saw here, I got 3:48 for my time. Yes, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Christian the Beast was up next, and he's a really great guy to work with. A very good all-rounded athlete, rugby player, so he has a brilliant foundation of strength already. And he is very good at moving his body weight efficient up the bar. You can see here that his efficiency with the muscle-ups is almost as good as Sam Briggs, if not the same pace. So I believe he did a set of 10 first, but he was able to get through the muscle-ups very quickly, which is something that I need to improve on. But what was interesting with myself and him is that as we went through the workout, I always rely a lot on the kip. I'm trying to get better at my strict bar muscle-ups. I think I can get about 1 or 2 strict-ish bar muscle-ups in a row. I do have to use a little bit of knee bend, but definitely getting better at that. But Christian, I think, has come from a bodybuilding strength background. He's done some Olympic lifting, but quite used to doing, obviously, strict bodybuilding stuff. So he didn't utilise the kip as much as me, just because, I mean, his shoulder mobility, I remember him telling me, is something he's trying to improve on. So you'll find, you'll see with Christian that he starts to fatigue just because there's a lot of bicep involvement. So it's quite interesting about myself, who's practiced bar muscle-ups for quite a while. Christian, I don't think he had done bar muscle-ups for a long time, and he managed to jump straight in this workout, and he did so good. But I just want to cover, because we're going back into another lockdown here in England, but I don't know where you are. You may not be, but I hope you are keeping well with the pandemic. But I want to give you a few tips. This is actually applicable to those of you who are at a gym or aren't at a gym. But if you are at home at the moment during the pandemic, that I would recommend that you do certain workouts. Try them which are challenging and that you almost know you're not able to achieve. So you could almost give yourself a few benchmark workouts to work from. So for example, with me, I've got a couple of 22.5 kilo dumbbells at home. So my previous score with a 10-minute EMOM, I was able to do 10 dumbbell thrusters, 10 reps every minute on the minute for 10 minutes, so 100 reps across the 10 minutes. I tried 12 reps every minute on the minute for 10 minutes the other day, and I only managed to get to the 5th round. Well, I was able to do 5 rounds and then not do the 6th round just because my legs were absolutely fried from doing a 5x5 earlier on in the day and doing some more dumbbell thruster stuff. So I'm using that to work from to see if I can get better at that. Today I did a pistols and toaster bar EMOM, so it's an alternating one. 20 toaster bar on the first odd minute, and then on the second minute it was 20 pistol squats, and then I did another 20, and so on for 10 minutes. So it was 100 reps of each altogether. I was only just able to complete it, so that's something I want to improve on first. Get my efficiency better in each of the minutes so I don't have such short rest times, and then try and add in a couple of reps at each round, so 22 every minute on the minute. Then with my handstand push-ups, I'm trying to get better at bringing my grip a little bit more narrow, so then when I can return to the normal, slightly wider grip within a standard CrossFit workout, it's going to feel slightly easier. I'm incorporating, I've got a couple of rings at home. You may not have this, and there's certainly ways of you being able to slightly adapt it. I'm trying to work on my strength in every portion of the movement of a ring muscle up. So I'm holding the top of a ring dip, then coming down slowly all the way to the floor, trying to get my shoulders used to that rotation. But you can do this at home with 2 chairs, sturdy chairs. Get yourself used to holding yourself at the bottom of a dip movement. You may not be able to do transition onto the floor like with a muscle up, but just even holding yourself at the top of a ring dip and at the bottom of a dip is really good for your overall shoulder strength. So altogether, I would recommend just setting goals, logging your progress, and then trying to get into a consistent routine, and then keep challenging yourself every week, so then when you return back to the gym, you're going to be fitter than ever. Thanks for watching the video. Always, I do wish you a very Merry Christmas. I will be saying that in my Christmas themed video coming up. But if you are currently struggling because of the pandemic and stuff, then I think my social media is in the YouTube description. There are plenty of companies that you can speak to, like Samaritans and people that can support you, but I'm also always up for a chat. So if you'd like to get in touch, then feel free to comment on this video or just get in touch on social media. Good to see you, and I'll see you in my next video. Boom!